of the Formula One season series as well. And today it's going to be a little bit of a longer video. Yesterday was about 40 odd minutes long, and that was without the practice session. So today it's going to be a bit longer. We're going to have the practice session in there. We're only going to do the one practice session. Obviously, as you can remember, in the last video we had upgraded our engine power unit and our drag, which is going to help this Manor a hell of a lot. Obviously, because the Manor is a terrible car in general. Well, it's not terrible, but it's not the best car at all, really. And I'm sorry if I stop talking from time to time and taking drinks, because my throat is really sore for some odd reason. I don't know why. It feels like there's something stuck. So if we go to see session in information, you can see we've got track acclimatation, or however you pronounce that word, time management, and qualifying pace. So these are the three that we have to do to get research points. And then you've got team objective, which is top speed, long run, R&D test, DRS test, sorry, time management, and chain 4 corners. So chain 4 corners is for that, time management is for that, and the long run would be either that or that. We could either do it in one of them. So let's go with that and let's just drive out. So we're going to see what we can do and see if we can get it all purple, all the gates purple. So you'll see at the end of this drive out lap, there will be gates at certain corners, and we have to go through those gates at optimal speed, basically. And if we don't, they won't turn purple, they'll turn green. No, if they're optimal, it turn green. If it's over optimal, it will turn purple. And if we completely miss it or we go below the speed, it will go red, which is not good. We don't want red. We don't like red. Even though the other day we were getting a lot of red. The tyres, the chassis, and everything can affect this car. And it takes it out on the tyres. So this car wears its tyres out a lot more than what Mercedes and Ferrari and Red Bull would, because it's not the best. And the same with Sauber and Renault as well, because them three cars are classed as the slowest three on track, even though in real life Manor isn't the best car. And it isn't, not really. And Renault, they did alright last year. They did a lot better last year than they did the season before last. So yeah, I'm sorry that it's just my throat is absolutely killing me. I don't know what's wrong. I woke up and it just felt like there was something wrong with my throat, and it really does hurt when I'm talking. But you know, so that's the DRS test done. Obviously, we just had to hit both R&D. So here's the gates. So if we don't hit them through at the right speed, we're a bit buggered. So that's 2 done. Now we sort of buggered up on that corner there a little bit, but oh well. So we got a green, which isn't great, but we should get purple for the points wise, so we'll get maximum of 50 credits R&D points from this. But obviously we have to do it 3 times unless we hit it all purple. Now if you hit everything purple, you just have to do it once, that's it. The same with the qualification lap. If you hit the purple for that and it's like well over well over. They'll just turn you around and tell you to come back in again. So obviously, as you can see, if we had hit that other corner, we would have done this one. So, you know, see if we can do it this time. We should be able to, because Bahrain isn't a hard circuit to do it on, to be fair. It's one of the easier tracks to do it on, because a lot of it suits the manner, the type of corners there are. See, now that's where this car's going to struggle. So if we just flash back this to here and then retry that and see if we can get that purple, because I don't fancy like having to try and redo it. There we go. So as you can see now, we're hitting everything purple, which is great. This corner definitely is going to take it out on our tyres. That's going to be green. Yep, I buggered up on that corner. Oh well, we'll have to do it again. We're going to get green on this one as well, because the car just wants to kick out. It's a little bit more easier to control actually, since we've got less drag by 2 point something odd % less drag, which is good, because now the car doesn't feel as hard to control, if you get what I mean.
Great stuff. You've pretty much nailed this circuit. This is a really strong foundation to build from over the weekend.
Really? Righty then, so yeah, this is just us doing the track, basically trying to see how well the car, this is how the game sees it, this is us trying to see how well the car performs around the track, hitting each gate, which is where really you should be aiming for. Sometimes I rather take my own line when I'm in a race, just for the simple fact is because sometimes it's slightly quicker, not by much, but it's slightly quicker by like 1/100th of a 10th of a second. So and that could mean the difference between, let's say if I was in Mercedes, that could mean the difference between me being on P1 or P2. So this Manor car is so weird. Oh god. Doobadoo doo 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 doo. Boobadoo doo 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 doo. And also, if you watched episode 1 yesterday, then what can I say? Hopefully this time we will not get shunted in the back by any of the drivers, because the other day we were getting shunted in the back a hell of a lot, and I think that's just because it was wet. So that's the track limitations done. Well, not limitations, but you know what I mean. So let's return back to the garage, because I can't be bothered to waste more time going around the course again to go back into the pits. So here it's bringing us to this screen again. So what should we do? Should we do tyre management or qualifying pace? Let's go with qualifying pace. Let's go with flying lap on this one. So now we're on the super soft tyres, which are one of the fastest compounds that we actually have for this weekend. We've got the mediums, the softs and the super softs. I definitely do prefer tracks that you can use the ultra softs on, which are the purple rim tyres, because the car just feels so quick when you're using those type of tyres. It's unreal. So as you can see, we're on rich. It automatically puts you on rich, and let's see if we can beat that qualifying time of 19th. Hopefully we can. Obviously in Australia, the race 1, we didn't do so well, but hopefully now that we've upgraded the car a little bit, we might be able to qualify higher than 19th according to their statistics, and I certainly hope we do. But we sort of screwed up that corner there, so we're gonna have to try and find like 100th of a second somewhere else, which I don't think we will, especially in this manner. It's just too slow. Once you make a single boo-boo with this car, it's like, yeah, no, that's punishable, and it is so punishable. It literally just turns around and it isn't able to catch itself back up again, which I don't know why, because if you make a boo-boo in any other car, you can seriously catch up again. You can bring that pace back up again, but with the manner, it just seems like it's practically an impossible job. So obviously this lap hasn't gone the greatest, and I'm having to use left throttle there, which is bringing our time down again. So we're going to be at least a good second when it comes to, yeah, so we've now hit a second, so we're a second slower than where we need to be, which would probably put us in 22nd, which is not good. So we're, yeah, 22nd estimated position. So we need to find a point where we don't keep screwing up, and we just screwed up there. Or was that actually, no, yeah, we definitely screwed up. Let's see if we can get behind Senna and literally just use that drag. No, this is not going very well at all. This car is terrible. We need to upgrade a hell of a lot more on this car before we're even able to hit our qualifying time. It just feels just so awkward to drive. It really does feel that awkward to drive, guys, so please don't go with Manor. If you're starting off, go with I would probably say Renault would probably have been a better shout for us than this garbage. But hey ho, we're here to upgrade Manor and see how we see. Now we're doing worse than what we did last time. We're practically 2 seconds below, so we're definitely trying to. That's bad. When a car is 2 seconds below 19th of qualifying time, that's bad. That is extremely bad, especially being on the softs. That is really bad. Well, the super softs, should I say, not the softs. So hopefully in our third and final lap of this, hopefully we should get somewhere with being able to the qualifying time. Hopefully we will. Let's see if we can use Ricardo here. And now even using the drag, it's only bringing our time down bit by bit, and that's not good for us. You see the car's just pulling out all the time. It's just got no downforce to it, which is what we're going to need to work on, is our downforce. And it's very annoying because we've got less drag, which I can feel that it's got less drag because it is moving slightly quicker. It feels like it is anyway, but we've got no downforce really on this car, and that's what we need. We need the downforce to keep the car gripped to the road when we're going into corners. So I think that's what we're going to upgrade a hell of a lot first. I think we're going to probably upgrade it 3 times before we upgrade anything else. At least then we've got some sort of downforce going on there. So hopefully by the end we should have enough to upgrade the downforce. Hopefully once or twice, maybe once, because I think it's like 470 something to upgrade it first time. So as long as we can upgrade that downforce so we can keep the car locked to a road, then maybe we might get somewhere. Maybe, you never know. And the longest part is the time management. Okay, so we got to do 4 laps. Oh no, it's only what number of laps? 4. Okay, that's fair enough. So we've got to do it on softs. We'll go flying lap because we've already been around the track, so we know the track pretty well now. Oh god, my throat is seriously so sore, it's unreal. So the idea of this is being easy on the throttle and the brakes while beating a certain time. Now this is where it's going to struggle, because I can be easy on the throttle and the brakes, but when the car can't do a 135 and it's doing 136 even on the softs, super softs, it's a bit awkward. And you see the bar at the top, we've got to keep that somewhere in the green, more or less in the green at this present time moment, to be able to get some sort of points from this. So as you can see, we're making up a bit of time, but then we're losing it again. And this is what I mean with the manner, it's just so bad. And these corners here are just going to literally eat away at our tyres. I think the only thing I could do would be to whack this into rich mode while doing this, so at least then we've got a bit more acceleration, more power going into that engine, more fuel being allowed to go in, giving us more speed. I know that's going to be helpful to a certain degree, but obviously we're going to have to think about braking. And you see that corner there just literally just ate away at the front tyre, and it's brought it all the way in the red. This is going to be a fail lap, I think, just because obviously we're not going to hit the target lap time, which it's a bit annoying, because this car I know can do it, but obviously it's not at the point where it can at this present time and moment. So obviously invalid lap time. We've scored 0, we've got another 3 laps to go. Let's see if we can at least do something when it comes to that. So hopefully being in rich mode now, and we're keeping it in the green. Target lap time, we're keeping it in the green. We're 50 climbing, 50 something odd minute, 100th of a second faster. So hopefully we will be able to. But now it's going to shoot it all the way down again. What's about? So I'm trying to sort of be easy on the throttle and the brakes, but trying to do that and keep it in the target time is absolutely so hard to do. We've brought it back in, but it's probably going to turn red again. Oh no, it's going up again. It's going up, so we might hit green. Fingers crossed. And let's hope now this corner doesn't completely bum-doggle our tyres. No, it didn't, because I had to use less power. But that's hindered us into the target time as well. That's not good. Not good at all. See, even in rich mode, this car struggles to try and beat that target time. That is just ridiculous how bad this car can actually be right now. Now obviously P1, practice 1, we've only got 4 minutes left, which is fine. It gives us enough time, oh god, to do this. So we're probably going to get another fail on this, because I completely screwed up. I was too busy looking at the top right hand screen. So I'm just going to try and get around here as fast as I possibly can to try and see if we can at least on the next lap get some sort of points on the board, but at the moment I don't think we will be, because even if I was able to, I'd only get 5 because it'd be in red, because obviously I would have beaten the target time if we can, and these tyres, this car chassis isn't the greatest. So yeah, it's one of those things where we're going to struggle, and we are going to struggle, but on the other hand, as well, we're definitely planning on getting it higher. Now, in the next season, once we finish this season, I am planning on putting the races up slightly. So what I'm going to do is, in the future, once we finished this season, season 1, is putting the races up slightly. So we'll be doing the same practice, same qualifying. Actually no, I'll put the practice the same. The qualifying, I will do 3 different qualifying sessions. So there will be one where what can I say? How can I put it? So there'll be Q1, Q2, Q3. So obviously then I'm gonna have to try to get into like top 15, I think it is, or top 16, then top 10, and then try and see where we can qualify it from there. So that's what I'll be doing in the next season, and then the races I'll probably put up to like 50% or something, so we're doing half the race, so they're going to be a little bit longer. So I will do each episode after this season will be practice and qualifying, and then the episode after will be the race. So obviously the races, because they're going to be pretty lengthy, and I don't particularly want the videos to be overly lengthy. So let me know in the comment section below, as if once we finish this season, if you would rather the races be in a separate video or it all be in one video. Just let me know in the comment section below, because then I know what you guys don't mind doing. If you don't mind watching through an entire, let's say it'd be an hour and a half, if I had put practice, qualifying, and the race in there as well. So just let me know in the comment section below. So we didn't get the data, we didn't do very well. The car's chassis, the downforce, everything is just terrible at the moment. But altogether we will get a couple of good stuff. Now we could do P2 and P3, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to try and reattempt those tests, because there'll be no point, right? So I'm just going to go straight to the qualifying, see how well we can do. We probably in this car will qualify 22nd again, and we're going to have to try and overtake some people in the first corner. So we've got 219 R&D points, so let's just quickly go to this. And if we wanted to upgrade downforce, yeah, so downforce, we would need 475, then 675, then 875. So it just seems to go up in just like 200s, really, isn't it? It's just going up into 200s. So yeah, but anyway, right, let's quickly send us into P2 and then quick jump to manage session, advance to qualifying. So if we quickly advance to qualifying, we'll get some more R&D points, even though we didn't do anything in those 2 sessions. So all this here is actually if I was the first driver, which is going to be very hard for Mana until I've upgraded the car a little bit. So anyway, our qualifying goals: qualify 16th or higher and beat Pascal Wehrlein. Now Pascal Wehrlein is our #1 driver. He is going to be faster than what we are, so we're probably going to take 2 L's, because we're not going to qualify 16th, and I know we're not, because the car can't do it.
First thing I bloody hear is fucking me. What's going on, mate?
Yo, hello YouTube. Well, we've just been joined by our friend Sean, who we haven't spoken to for a little bit, because he's been ignoring us because he no longer loves us, you see.
Oh, no, come on now.
He's just been ignoring me, you know, he doesn't love me.
No. YouTube is lying, don't listen to him.
I'm lying, apparently, YouTube. Apparently I'm lying, but I'm not. I'm not lying. He doesn't love me. No more.
Oh my
He completely and utterly
Can't
ignores me, you
somebody
know.
just sit on the toilet with in peace without someone, you know, complaining about you not being around, you know?
Wait, hang on, what? Are you sat on the bog?
Yeah, that's why I've not been around for so long.
Because you've been sat on the bog?
Yeah.
So you've been sat on the bog for about a couple of months now. You've got some serious issues with that derriere of yours. You might want to get that checked at the hospital. You dirty boy.
It was a nice shit.
Okay. Nice to know, Sean. Nice to know indeed.
Have you know it wasn't runny? It was solid.
Oh god, I don't want to know about all that. No, I seriously don't.
Okay.
That's just dirty. That's just dirty. That's just like serious dirty. Okay, so we qualified with a 134. So yeah, we qualified 22nd. That's terrible. That's what you get when you play in the Manor Car on Ultimate. So how slow we compared? We're 3.137th of a second slower than the leader. So you know we've got that's a big margin, especially in Formula 1. So we've got a lot of work to do on here, and we definitely need to upgrade our downforce so the car will stick to the road more, so we can hit those corners a hell of a lot better. And it's just going to be so awkward otherwise if we don't.
Does Jermaine still play this game?
Pardon?
Does Jermaine still play this game?
I don't know.
He's not been around at all. He's been gone.
I haven't seen him on for a bit.
Someone invited me the other day, but I wasn't on PS4.
So let's listen to our voicemail and see where they want us to finish in the race. So they want to finish the race in 18th place or higher, beat Pascal Wehrlein and Drivers' Championship targets place 19th or higher. So obviously guys, if you watched episode 1, you saw in the last race that we was able from the start to be able to go straight in and literally just in the first corner literally brake a lot later than what everybody else did, and then we was able to get ourselves up to like 8th place, and we was able to finish in 8th as well. It was something like that. So let's see if we can do the same in this. Now obviously we've got race strategy, so race strategy information, race, blah, 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 blah. So we're going to do one pit. So we're going to start on the super softs, and then we're going to go on to the softs afterwards, and that will take us up to lap 14 into our final lap. So that's fine by me. So let's start the race. Obviously we've got to do the formation lap as well, so we just got to wait for all the other cars to move and move. Go on, move. So as you can see, I'm just trying to warm up the tyres the best I can. It's going to be one of those things where I don't want to overdo the car, and I don't. Well, you can't overdo the car, but I don't want to get into any sort of collision with Nazari. I really don't, because last time we had to do a flashback because we apparently caused a collision with Nazari, which isn't cool. So we're going to brake extremely late here to warm up those brakes, so we've got something going on with them as well. Obviously if you do this, you will get an achievement if you get them up to optimal temperature brakes and tyres, which is going to be a good thing for everybody. So we're just braking a lot later, being very hard on the brakes so they get warm, and obviously we're just doing this swerving just to warm up the tyres, and then braking a lot later, and then coming near enough to a halt, and then accelerating off with practically full power yet again, and then just warming up the tyres. So there is that, and braking again, accelerate off, and just we're just following around the track just to warm up everything, which is what we need. If we can get them up to optimal temperature, then we'll have a better start than if Nazari doesn't. Then we'll have a better start than him, because we'll have more grip, more traction going in. Now obviously Nazari, Ericsson are all on the soft tyres and we're on the super soft, so realistically we should be quicker as well, just because we're on that type of tyre. We're on the faster tyre out of every single tyre that we've got to hand this weekend. So obviously once it gets to this part of the track, it actually takes control of our car, so we don't physically actually drive it into our spot, which is a bit naff. I wish we could do that ourselves, because I think that would be pretty good. I think that would be pretty fun as well. So hold the clutch, build up the revs, and then off we go. So as you can see, we've got a better start than Nazari. We're using Ericsson as sort of like somebody who can drag us forward, and when it comes to here, we're just going to literally just bomb it into this first corner. Button is going to definitely keep that there, but it's fine because this McLaren Honda is mine, and both Button and Alonso are both going to get overtaken. But then we can also, oh god, that's not cool, Luke, you idiot. But as you can see, we've been able to get ourselves into 5th place right now. We're not going to stay here because this car is so too slow, but Bottas and Ricciardo are both fighting each other, so they're not going to be this is what I like about this as well, is when two cars seem to be fighting each other for position, they don't seem to drive as fast because they're both trying to fight for that position. So as you can see, like Ricciardo and everybody else is just pulling away from us so quickly, and it's going to be an awkward race. I mean, we've got 14 laps, you know, it's pretty short. I mean, it's only 25% of the race, but in certain corners where other cars have got better downforce than what this car has, are going to be able to hit that corner full throttle, full speed. So we're going to struggle to keep Rosberg and Vettel behind us. So I'm sort of bringing the car out slightly more wider, letting Rosberg try to get in front, which he probably will do because he will have better. One, he's got a faster car, but how the hell are we outpacing Rosberg in that McLaren? This is just ridiculous. But then Vettel's going to try and come on the inside. We've now got the inside line, and we're going to literally be able to fend off Rosberg, which I don't know how we did that, and Vettel. And I would have thought Rosberg would have literally just blitzed past us, being he's in that Mercedes. How the hell did we outpace the Mercedes car in this one? Like, that makes no mathematical sense. He is meant to have the fastest car along with Hamilton, and he couldn't overtake us on that flat on straight. Fair enough, DRS wasn't available to him, but still, just offshore pace, offshore engine power, he should easily be able to overtake us. And because he failed to do so, Vettel tried it on us as well, and then was able not to overtake us, but he was able to gain a position as well on Rosberg. So now Rosberg is now in 7th, and Vettel has moved himself up into 6th. And obviously, as we can tell at this present time and moment, Hamilton is in the lead, which is nothing too surprising. But now Vettel and Rosberg's using Vettel as somebody who can drag to get that wind from underneath the car. But then who was that then who just tried to hit into us? Oh god. So now obviously somebody has tried to hit into us, so we didn't cause a collision at all. We were in the proper driving line. We had the racing line. Whoever tried to take that racing line had clipped into us, which isn't cool. But still, that allowed us to open a massive gap on everything. You know, it won't stay like this for ages. Vettel and Rosberg will still catch us again. It's just one of those things in the end of the day. So I'm trying to make sure the tyres don't get too worn in this early stage of the race. So if we just quickly check our tyres, so as you can see, the tyre percentage is already quite high, and we're only in lap 3, which is not good, because in the end of the day that means our tyres aren't going to be that well off. So in our pit is between lap 6 and 9, so that yet again isn't it. We've got like another 3 laps to go before we can actually pit. So after this it'll be 2 laps, and hopefully the tyres will last till then on this car. So what can I say now? This time we're going a lot faster. We're doing a 137. In practice we were only doing a 138 on these, and we had DRS available to us as well, so obviously we weren't pulling away as well as we did. Now obviously Vettel now has got DRS on us, so I'm going to try and get him behind him, brake a lot later, take that inside line again, and then take the proper racing line. Vettel has to give it in. I'm keeping the current, so let's just quickly, yeah, so our tyres are very worn, hence why our engineer had just spoken to us. So let's just quickly double check, see what our tyres are like. So our front left is at 39%, so now it's at 40, so you can see how harsh this track is on the front tyres. It's so harsh, especially on that front left with these certain corners, because they're so, well, how can I put it, they are low speed corners, so they actually take more out on the car than the high speed corners. And Vettel now is going to try and take this inside line, which we're going to go all the way on the outside, put more pressure on that right front tyre. But then this is the corner that takes it out on our front left, right here. So any money, that's gone all the way up now to 46% tyre wear. We've got another lap to do after this before we can even think about our pit stop. Oh god, that's not cool. That was not cool. Let's have a look at our tyres. 48%. So we've got one more lap after this. As soon as we hit lap 6, we will be able to go into the pits once lap 6 has been basically completed. So we've got to do this lap and one more before we can even think about going into those pits, and I'm just hoping and praying these tyres will last until then. So Vettel is trying so hard to get past us, and oh, Rosberg's lost positions. That's unusual. I think Rosberg might have something wrong with his car, especially means Perez has overtaken him. So let's just quickly do it. Yeah, so Rosberg has now lost positions to Perez and Kimi Raikkonen, so he's dropped down quite significantly. So I definitely think there's something wrong with his car, because he struggled to try and overtake us when it was just him on me, and Vettel was able just to blitz past. So, and now he's got DRS as well, so he's not going to be able to do anything in this straight, but in the next straight he'll definitely try and move on us, and I can already tell. He's all over our backside, and we're holding in at the moment. We're keeping it together. So 57% on the front left-hand tyre. That's the tyre I'm more concerned about than all the other tyres, is just because of how much wear it does have on it. So we should be okay. Should be in a matter of perspective. So now Vettel's now gone into the pits. Kimi and Rosberg. Look how fast that Ferrari's coming and catch us. That is a superly fast Ferrari. That is how Ferrari should be, able to outpace the Mercedes. No, the McLaren. No, yeah, that's Mercedes. So now Rosberg and Kimi are trying it on us, which obviously we're going to keep the same line. Now Kimi's lost the position to Rosberg, but obviously we've got to come into the pits at the end of this lap. So hopefully we'll be able to come out back in front of Vettel. If not, he's done the undercut on us and we will lose that position. And now we are second. Okay, so we're not going to keep this position. We'll have Verstappen. Verstappen, that's how you pronounce it, if I'm correct. Will go into the pits as well at the end of this lap, or he should do, and that will release Hamilton to come back into the lead, because I don't think Hamilton's too far away from us, so we're not going to keep this position in second. And our teammate as well will definitely. So I'm going to take this outside line. I'm going to brake now. Obviously somebody just tried to do exactly the same, and I think that was Rosberg. Now I didn't do a stop test on here. There we go. There we go. So yeah, I think that was Rosberg who had damage to his front wing when we had to brake. He didn't brake at the same time. So let's see if we can get out in front. Yes, we've got ourselves out in front of Kimi, which is a good thing. Vettel has overtaken us, so we have lost that position, and we've lost actually multiple different positions, because Perez as well has just overtaken us. But if we can stay in front of Alonso, Alonso has to give up that position, because we have got the racing line, which is great for us. So we've got 7 laps left to do, and yeah, we could finish 15th. Now we have lost a couple of positions, and we've actually lost a lot more positions I thought than we thought we would. Obviously because I think we were higher than 15th at that point, so we've lost quite a few positions. But don't forget, there's there's also other cars that have got to come into the pits as well, because everybody else has come into the pits, all their teammates, and obviously our teammate hasn't pitted as of yet. Now Alonso is definitely going to try something, being he had used DRS, but we're taking that outer side line. He can cut on the inside for all I care, but we're going to keep this position for now, and once we come around the final corner we'll see if anybody else has gone into the pits, which teammate is in the pits. So by then we should, by rights, our dual shock battery is now low, so Vettel is now just putting the fastest lap, so he's literally blitzing it and bombing it down. So we're just going to take a couple of cars away, passing our teammate, passing Sainz there. So that's brought us back up into 11th place, which is pretty good. That's pretty good, especially for a manor. Obviously we are 3 positions below where we finished last time, because we finished 8th, but you know, the 11th is still good. Practically top 10 is still good for a manor. Trying to race in a manor is so awkward, and it is so awkward. And as you can see, we did the best lap we did was a 136.935, which is a lot better than what we did when we was using DRS on the super softs, and we got that with the super softs without DRS. So obviously we were doing something in this race that we weren't doing in the qualifying session. So now Kimi and Button are both sandwiches. We've just been sandwiched inside, so we're gonna have to try and keep them behind. Oh, but there's been a collision. I think that was between, I didn't feel anything hit into me, so I definitely reckon that's the safety car. So we've got to keep this delta positive, we've got to keep it in the green. So yeah, now we're gonna have to catch everybody else. So now we're gonna have to catch the safety car queue, which other people have actually, because of that, they've been able to come into the pits and get in front again. So obviously Ericsson's in front of us, he's now on the mediums, which, fair enough, a lot of these cars will be able to do. I'm not going to decide to come to the pits to switch my tyres because we will fall behind, and being Ericsson is on the mediums, we're in a faster... Oh, it was Verstappen. No. The young driver's car has failed on him in this race. That is not cool. Sorry, Verstappen.
The car ahead is coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead, they're running medium tyres.
So obviously means we're on the safety car. We're not going to have to be going around all these corners super fast at all, really. Just because of we've got to catch the safety car queue, so we have to go pretty quick around this corner to a certain degree. But you know, once we've caught it, that will give us a chance actually to take a couple of positions. So we're 10th at the moment. We could work our way up into a higher position. So Massa is in 7th. Hulkenberg is 8th. So if we can, when the safety car comes in, but look at that, 3 cars have just gone into the pits. So that's going to push.
The safety
Oh,
car is waiting for the leader. You may overtake it. Overtake the safety car. Some information on Hulkenberg. It looks like the problem is terminal. They're retiring the car.
oh, that was not good. What just happened there? So now we're going to have to go round once again because something has happened. Now if the safety car doesn't come in before lap 14, this is where we're going to finish 6th, which is better than what we finished last time. And I can't understand what happened there with the safety car. That is just mad. I've never seen that all my time of playing on this game. In the past, I've never seen a collision happen between the AI drivers and the safety car. Never. I didn't realise it was waiting for the leader. I thought the leader had already caught the safety car. Obviously, because of that, I don't know why, but Alonso was able to overtake us, which, if I was to try and overtake him now, it would tell me to get back behind him. So it shouldn't have done that. Because it's safety car, no overtaking. So, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Hopefully. So now another person's caught. So we'll move up into 5th. So Ericsson's come back into the pits. We're now 5th compared to everybody else. So this is a pretty good position for us right now. This safety car has really helped us out. I know it's been a bit of a boring race for this, but now I've got to stay behind Alonso. We've now caught the safety car, and yeah, this will be very shortly catching the safety car. This is a very interesting race. Let's hope that this car comes in sooner, the safety car comes in pretty soon, because then if we can get a good start, Vettel's now in 2nd, and if we can literally brake a lot later, we guys could quite possibly move ourselves up to 2nd. Oh god. Okay, so let's just no, how do I... Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's just flash back because I don't want any damage done to this car. Obviously, we've got to keep our tyres warm. Sorry about this, guys. My throat is seriously killing me, and talking constantly is seriously drying my throat out. And I can't stop to have a drink. Well, I could if I paused it, but then I don't want to do that either. So, yeah, I would rather get this episode finished, done for you guys, so you guys can then be looking forward to the next episode. So, yeah. So obviously Alonso's in front of us. We should be able to overtake him, and we should be able, if we are really... I've had that happen to me so many times, it's unreal. That they're slowing down and then they just slam on the brakes, and I'm just like, oh god. So let's check the tyre wear. So see, we've got pretty good tyre wear, so we didn't need to come into the pits at all. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to definitely whack this car into rich mode once the safety car comes in, if the safety car does come in, because we're now on lap 12, and I hope it does. I don't want to finish this race underneath safety car. I would like to try and see if we can get ourselves into third and get this car onto the podium, and then see if we can be given the reward of being best driver, because that's what the commentators do. It's nothing special, it's just what commentators say. Yes, I know there's 5 laps of fuel remaining, but come on. Safety car coming in this lap, or next lap. I don't mind, but I would rather try and see if we can get ourselves into third. So Alonso, what I need you to do is literally creep up the very backside of Perez. Hello, Alonso. I'm so tempted just to overtake him, but if I do, I'll get told off. So yeah, no. It's so tempting, guys. Safety car in this lap, maintain current speed. So I've now whacked us into rich.
Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember there is no overtaking until the first safety car line. Stay in position until the green flags. The track is clear. Green flag.
Oh god, that's not cool.
Illegal maneuver. Seat that position.
Okay, that was a legal maneuver. Okay, that's not cool. So let's see if we can do this again. And we're gonna brake a bit later. How is that an illegal maneuver on Alonso? Eek, 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 eek. Okay, right, we've got to get this right. But this car is so bad at braking. This car is just so bad at braking. Look at that, it's just so bad at braking. So bad. But let's see if we can get Perez on this corner right here. We're using the drag from him, braking a lot later. And yes, guys, we've moved ourselves up into third. Let's go. We have been able to do it. we were trying so hard to get the second position. I thought, you know what, let's just get third, try and overtake Alonso. We did that. We was also able to get in behind Perez and use him to drag us forward, so we had more momentum, more speed, and then just overtook him as well. So yeah, that's a good move, very handy move. And now we are 3 laps remaining. So going into the last lap, if we are able to keep Perez behind us, this will be the best finish we've had so far this season with Manor, and mostly because of the safety car, because of Verstappen engine failure or whatever it was, has brought us to this point where we are able to try and keep ourselves in third position, which is going to be pretty hard because Perez has got a pretty quick car. It is pretty quick, so we're going to have to try everything we can to keep him behind us along with Alonso. And obviously Alonso's just tried to smack into the back of me, which wasn't very clever. Alonso, you absolute idiot. So obviously Vettel's in front. Vettel we're not going to catch. He's way too fast, and if Perez is able to catch us with Alonso behind us, you know, it's an impossible feat for us to be able to catch Vettel and Hamilton in this Manor car until we've upgraded it probably fully before we're able to do anything like that. And obviously I'm taking the inside, I'm taking that line, I'm taking our car line, and if anybody wants to hit into us, that's their problem. If they spin out, that's their fault. Perez hit into us while we were on the racing line, and yeah, he spun out. Not my fault. You shouldn't have gone into that corner that fast, Perez. Like, I don't know why I did that. That was very gay. That wasn't me. No, Luke, never do that again. Never ever do that again, Luke. Naughty boy. So as you can see, I'm having to use less throttle there. I'm gonna have to pull off the throttle a little bit and then push back down, just so the car doesn't keep going out and out and out and out and out. So here Alonso is going to try something, but I don't think he's got enough room, enough time, and I think that's going to be P3 for us, guys. I think we're just about to get P3, and if Alonso hasn't got enough time, and that is P3. What a good race. Had a bit of help from the safety car. Don't know what quite happened with the safety car and other collisions, but that was such a good race for us. So obviously Lewis Hamilton actually did win that, which, you know, is so look, there's us in the Manor. So obviously Manor, and that was a good race for us.
So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. It's a good result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
For my money, it's definitely the Manor driver. They did a great job at getting the most out of their tyres without losing pace, something that's a very handy skill to have in modern day Formula 1.
And here's how things are shaping.
So there we go. We were the driver of the day, and we've moved ourselves up into 4th in the Drivers' Championship as well, which is pretty good. So constructor title, we are 4th, behind McLaren, Honda, who's behind Ferrari, who's obviously behind Mercedes. So yeah, let's see how many points we've got. If we've got at least the 475 points we need to upgrade our downforce, then that should be fantastic, but I don't know if we will. That's 416 points there, so we haven't quite got enough to upgrade our downforce as of yet, which we're going to lose our rivalry to our teammate as well, but our goals, we lose 2, gain 3, so we should be on 7. So if we lose 2 again, we'll be back down to 5, gain 3, 6, 7, 8. So we'll be in the purple. So it's been an up and down sort of area. So if we go quickly to our laptop and go to research and development, so at the moment we could upgrade the fuel efficiency, but we don't need to, because it improves the fuel injection system, increases fuel efficiency, which we don't really need at this present time and moment. So it's downforce, front wing turning vanes, resigned turning vanes help to direct airflow more efficiently to other aerodynamic devices throughout the chassis, resulting in better downforce, which basically will allow us to stick the car firm into the floor, and the car won't slide out as much as what it has been, which is, you know, going to help us. And then we're going to need to get another 675, and that's when I'm going to feel like I'm going to be more comfortable with the car, once it's been upgraded twice. And once we've been able to upgrade it 3 times, then I will feel a lot more comfortable with the way the car would feel at that point. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a very weird one with the safety car. I've never seen that happen. If you have, then please leave a comment down below. If you're new around here, please subscribe. It would really help the channel. I will be doing some more Star Wars gameplay as well, along with obviously Formula 1. And also to quickly touch on what happened with the FIFA account as well. Let's put it this way: the second dispute I put in, the second appeal, they got back to me the following day, which is today. Well, no, 2 days after actually, and they've basically told me that they don't bother doing it again, because we're not going to change our decision. And you know, it's a bit gutting, but you know, I am gonna get FIFA again, guys, for you guys, but I am not going to be doing it very shortly. It'll be more of a longer term, so I can at least save up, get some money behind us to be able to buy loads of FIFA points, loads of pack openings, and then see where we can go from there and build a sick ass team. With that, I'm probably going to go with La Liga Santander team, and have Carrasco and Ben Yedder, and quite possibly Williams as well, because I really did like Williams when I used him on the main account, which has now been banned and we cannot do anything on there. I hate you, EA, sometimes. No, at the moment I actually absolutely hate you indefinitely. But anyway, so as you can see, vehicle performance comparison, Renault has upgraded their vehicle, so obviously they're now going to be a lot quicker than us. Sauber haven't. Team have dropped off the pace, and we are falling behind. Make sure you address the problem. So obviously we haven't got enough research points to be able to do anything. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and this is your boy Ignition Fury signing off, and I will see you later.